And we're back? Yeah! Okay. And stream's going good. Thanks so much for waiting, guys. Here, I'm actually going to throw up just another quick announcement just because I think that might have fully disconnected stream. Yeah, let's see here. What do I want? Streamlabs. And not caps lock. Do do do. Do that. Dope. Okay. Hmm. And we do not have access to that door yet. If I... Oh yeah, there's a dude up here. Yeah, buddy. Don't got all day. Run, run, run. Very anxious as to when I'm gonna have to use the bullets that are an inventory slot in this game. And we have to go all the way. Do that.
The file cabinet stands steady as the drawer slides.
Okay. Boring. Undelay, undelay. Buddy, there we go. So sleep heals all your health and morale. Man, even in that really awful bed in that hotel room, that's good to know. Oh. Give me that bottle.
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Did I do this?
Look at it. Of course it was you. You partied here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we did, Bratan. And from the looks of it, we had a hell of a time. Hell of a time, Bratan.
Excuse me. I'm still not completely convinced it was me. There's not a lot of evidence it was me here.
Well, I am. Who else could crush such quantities, Bratan?
Excuse me.
This is wild. You are wild. We should do this again. But right now, you should keep moving.
Okay. Pick up the bottles. Oh wow, we're gonna one at a time, huh? Okay. Okie dokie.
This is the night watchman's. You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Oh, yes, the cargo container that we're in love with.
The container door is unmoved by your attempt at flattery.
Aw.
A tough nut to crack for sure, but the strongest containers often have the softest hearts.
You're a fine piece of engineering, you know that, hun?
Respond to your advances. Is it possible that it seems somehow more closed than before? Why does this situation feel so familiar? Do you have a history of propositioning inanimate objects?
Damn right.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
I opened the door, you asked me. Can we discuss the murder now?
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
There is no way to sway this man in any direction. He is unsuggestible and unswayable. Just tell the truth.
My brain's telling me to be honest. The giant flies back. Get over here. Get over here. There. I see you. I'm gonna smush you. It's gonna come over here soon. I'm gonna smush it. It's so fat. How do you move so fast? It's been in our office all day. It's left for now. It fears me. It'll be back. I may have, this guy kind of is scummy, but my brain's is a success roll on the suggestion. Yeah, we'll see. Homie's got a collection of racist mugs.
Culturally antiquated mug collection. What a weasel. Pissing on Everart's Rainbow Coalition.
Antiquated mug collection. What a great way to put it. Yeah.
Get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
And like, you know, and then you like try to open a door for outside and the flies just like can't comprehend. They're like, no, I'm gonna stay inside forever. It's how they do. And just like, this isn't just like a little fly, like it's a fly that when I squish it, it's going to be icky. Like there's going to be bug guts on whatever the fly gets squished with because it's just so big. It's blah, blah, blah. You said the lynching and the strike are related. How?
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
I mean,
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
our victim.
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yesut, Semenine, Saramoritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry.
Oof. That's...
Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Wait, hold on. You have a village elephant?
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical, and so is the village. But the mercs and their brutality are very real.
Man, the whole pineapple company thing. Oof. Big oof. I think I've... Wait. No, go on.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there.
Uh-huh.
I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see.
Uh-huh.
If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
Wait, they moved the container?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it. But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey.
Just a little.
Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
How'd he end up hanging from that tree?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood. Making sure everything runs smoothly.
Peacekeeping, huh?
They're like you. Idealistic people who want to make sure that bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Did they kill the hanged man?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land."
Okay. Titus Hardy, huh?
He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Are you not afraid we're going to arrest them?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
If he's just boasting, then it sure doesn't feel like that to you. He's not worried.
Tell me about this Titus Hardy and his crew.
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members.
Excuse me.
Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Okay, there's somebody... What more can you tell me? Who's second in command? Who's the most violent?
Harry, they're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
You mentioned a... Wait. Oh, here we go. Everard, I met these Hardys. Can you ask them to cooperate with me?
But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
Aw.
You can now go and tell Titus about this. See what he has to say.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Wait, why are you giving it to me?
I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Needless to say, this is another move. Don't take it.
I don't need it. I only wanted you to help me with the Hardy Boys.
No, I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else?
You mentioned the lawyer girl?
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
The mercenaries were hired by the shipping company.
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you think the security contractor organized the scabs? Scabs being workers who want to cross the picket line.
You said it, Harry. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
That does sound quite unlikely, yes. The big guy leading the scabs at the gate is colossal. He's not scared of them. If anything, he likes them being here. Strange.
The mug collection I mentioned was in the apartment. I found a similar mug in the trash with the hanged man's clothes.
Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me. I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best. Helping people. With the power of politics.
Good. Do you think the weasel has something to do with my case?
Oh, no, 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 no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you.
But this weasel might have cleaned up after the killers.
Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this. But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks. I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
Ugh. Great technique. You'd make a great sergeant.
Oh, you're too kind, Harry. Way too kind. I know I'm not a real police officer. You are.
That's all he's going to say on this subject.
Good talk. Let's conclude for now.
Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martin A's. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
Yet?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left, so you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
I'm more left than you are, buckaroo.
But I don't believe you. You know how it is. Company snitches, agent provocateurs everywhere. I'm barricaded in this fortress of mine, and I need to get a message out.
Excuse
Will
me.
you help me?
What would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
What are the signatures for?
I I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates.
I'm suspicious.
There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
What will happen to the current occupants?
They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Where is this place exactly?
On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry.
Nah.
Perfectly acceptable. No one's gonna force you into anything, but I don't know about that gun of yours. You see, I'm a vengeful man, Harry. Part of how I got where I am is that, well, I can be quite nasty sometimes. But the good news is, the moment you change your mind and want to look into this matter, just tell me, and we'll be buddies again. See you soon, Debarder. Just kidding, but not too much.
Yeah, I do want to punch his dumb face and his dumb voice.
Self-critique.
Oh, yeah.
Here it is. Hard facts from the man you are. You once jerked off in the locker room and were caught. You held a young woman by the arm and kept her in your apartment for 20 minutes against her will. That's right. These are not flights of fancy. These are real deeds, Harry, emerging from the darkness of your past. You tried shooting a fleeing suspect in the foot, but hit him in the pelvis, crippling him for life. And, above all, you let life defeat you. All the gifts your parents gave you, all the love and patience of your friends, you drowned in a neurotoxin. You let misery win, and it will keep on winning till you die, or overcome it.
Damn. Okay, intelligent and psychic red check failures heal 1 morale, and physical and red check failures heal health. And the learning cap for pain threshold raised to 6. So I wonder how important is like healing going to be? Like where I want failed checks to heal me. Seems bad. Okay. Okay, we're gonna study some magnesium-based life form. Yeah, so it's... And so that's the thing, it's like, yeah, you fail. But yeah, it's weak. It seems very weak, but at the same time, it is very frustrating that I need to use a skill point to forget that memory to replace it with something better, so... Guess it'll hang out for a while. Let's talk to this guy a bit. Why not?
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did, yes. No trouble at all, mister.
Okay.
No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
What is the container over there?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
You're Ubi, right?
Oh, yes. Born and raised in Arish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Two people say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
Hmm. What's going on here?
Everything is so pretty.
Okay.
You and Leo look like brothers as you glance around with similar childlike wonder. The old man whistles and hums a jaunty tune.
Where is everyone? The harbor's empty.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're... Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
What trouble did Titus and his friends get into?
I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's you. Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
Don't go all bad cop on this simple, friendly fellow.
But what did they actually do?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. Well, that's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Okay, Leo, let's hear about the fight you got into.
I remember I was the runt of the class. The bigger boys always used to pick on me. You see, I had a bit of a temper back in the day. Flew off the handle like nobody's business. But Mr. Everett and his brother always came to help. Once they beat old Noel Becker so bad he needed stitches on his head. Noel never started another fight with anyone after this.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar are real nice guys, mister. You should go talk to Mr. Everett. I'm sure you'll be good friends. He's friends with everyone around here.
You're never getting anything useful out of him. It's good enough you found out Everard has a brother called Edgar, and he helped Leo.
Do you work here?
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town. And Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
A lady? Who's Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio.
Don't say suckle. That's gross.
But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here, and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
Hold on. Who's this Miss Beaufort you mentioned? Lizzie. Ooh, okay, that's the lawyer.
Through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly. But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure.
For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes.
Aw.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Sure, let's talk about this, buddy.
Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years she had.
Law school? Could she be talking about the union fixer, aka the gardener?
Okay, so this is the union fixer, the gardener.
I'm not sure what a fixer is, but she is a real nice girl. Smart as a whip too.
The one who... Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners?
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost
Ah,
forgot about
Gunsplanations,
it
thanks for
before.
joining. We are talking to an old man who likes to talk. What about the borscht? Ooh, I like borscht.
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
It makes me feel. Okay.
Power borscht, huh? Never heard of a borscht that turns little guys into dogfighters. Alcohol, however.
Because Russian doesn't have any meat in it, right?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirit. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Hold up. Who makes it at the Whirling?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Oh. I see. Makes beet flavor all weak, I guess. Oh, if you, yeah, and loses the color too. Let's look into this spiked borscht.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
He didn't actually understand what you meant. And now he's just...
Okay, we're gonna go look into some spiked borscht, which sounds awful. If I have either of those, can I open this? Nope, okay. Well then, I want my bag, and I want my cigarettes. I have to... Yeah, you gotta... do this whole thing. Do that. Okay. Oh, there's a thing for that. No. Okay. Alright, so we're going to talk to the... We'll sell our bottles first, because recycling is good. And then we go talk to the Hardy Boys, which definitely sound like a gang from a musical.
The tear machine stands in the...
Nope. I just don't know how to click.
Machine stands. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears
Woo!
with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Oh, it's a book series. You're totally right, it is. And we just got $1.
Do you know what you should do with that money, kiddo? You enter the
I can't tell you anything about it, but I've heard that before. Honestly, it was someone probably made a reference to it like on The Office or something. Hardy Boys, Hardy Boys. Oh, is that what Adventure Bros is based off of? Or like influenced by, yeah. Okay, that's probably the context in which I've heard it then.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Are you Lizzie, Elizabeth, Miss Beaufort?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
She points to the tall man by the table.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes, in the way she stands, in her face.
Okay, dude, yeah. Adventure Bros is so good.
Caught her off guard. Push her some more.
Easy. Leo told me about you. He likes to talk a lot.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
You set the pace and the topic of these conversations here. Establish that.
He said Mr. Everard sent you to law school.
I represent the union and these men here. Don't make this personal.
A very minor victory.
What's your role in all this?
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
Why are you so aggressive, lady?
I am being aggressive? Listen, you moral and unlucky. You are part of a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you are their bodyguard.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
I like that. Good start. Let's take it a step further. Armed uprising. What are the union's
Look,
plans?
A comedian. Do your job, ask your questions, then get out of Martinez.
Strange. It's as if people don't believe a cop could be a socialist revolutionary.
I'm not gonna do the weird line. Okay, well, let's talk to this guy.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Guess what? I've come upon something incriminating. This is how people talk.
Incriminating. Now that's a big boy word.
I really envisioned this guy being portrayed by Punisher guy. I've spoken to the head of the union.
Everard?
Yes, him.
What did he tell you? That we killed him? That we took a cargo belt from the harbor, went out back, and used it to hang him? Because we did. All of us together. I hope he told the story straight. I hope he told it well.
So you just confessed to the murder?
Goddamn right.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
They're playing to their considerable strength in numbers. Don't talk about arresting them. You'll only bring attention to your inability to do so.
We don't have a lot of physical prowess. I think we're not going to step closer to him. Who called the shots that night?
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy boy without arresting all Hardy boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
A shadow of a smirk passes her lips as she tilts her head.
Titus, keep addressing him. He wants everyone to know he's in charge.
No, but seriously, who calls the shots around here?
Who do you fucking think does?
He sounds more amused than angry. Point at Elizabeth. I thought she did.
It wasn't a question, dickwad. How fucking stupid are you?
This asshole is worse than... Titus runs the Hardy Boys, genius. That's why we're called the Hardy Boys. Ain't that right, fellas?
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
Yes, there are some administrative differences. But on that night, they all acted as one man.
When did this hanging incident occur?
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long have you known the victim?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah. Who do you think we are?
Riding around
Quiet.
leaving scars.
Came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce, the negotiator for Wild Pines?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But
People keep talking about a cow.
Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
Why did you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
Glad we cleared that up.
So am I. Now, how about you get the fuck out of my town?
Countless lines separate life and death. What terminal boundary was crossed here? Men like Titus don't murder over nothing. Ask him again.
Going to ask you again, Titus. Why'd you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
Are you stupid fly? So he was a mercenary? That's it?
And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Seminine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Right. But what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
There's slight unease in him, suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. That was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grab one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
The fly keeps landing on my circle light, so I can't, like, slap it, because I can't slap the circle light. He grabs someone?
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl. Young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt. Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
These nuts. Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted? Raped, you said?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got around. Aren't you fucking listening?
Right, but who did he rape then? It's a serious question.
No,
Allegation.
you're not getting a name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
Despite the stonewalling, you can slip one more question in.
Going to ask one last time. Who'd the dead man rape?
Titus, do not answer. You have been forthcoming enough.
Fuck off, Carl. She's gone through enough without you harassing her too. She doesn't need more embarrassment.
Okay. Idiotic. I need to talk to her.
Need is to get the fuck out of my face. I've had enough of explaining myself to you fucks. He's dead. It's done.
As you can see, these men can only take so much baseless scrutiny. I'm doing my best to keep the situation civil, but...
It's true. She was the only thing holding him back.
So you murdered him just like that. No remorse?
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
Honestly, I drink so much I can't really remember anyone I've sent behind bars.
Remember them. He just forgets. Are you hearing this, Titus?
Ain't no use keeping a stiff catalog in your head. That's for sure.
How did you kill him?
We hanged him up by his neck. Until he got...
Yeah,
Did
so.
they teach you anything?
You're pretty sure you've had at least 2 years of cop school and many more of active service.
The autopsy revealed the victim's hands were not tied. No signs of a struggle. How do you explain that, Hardy boys?
Look, I'm not gonna play 20 questions with you, capo. I'll say it again. We killed him.
Yeah. I knocked him out. Came up behind him and clubbed him in the back of the head. He went down like a sack of sand.
That's right, lawman. And then we hanged the fuck.
Things aren't quite right here, are they?
Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others. But
Okay, he's sweating profusely and has difficulty breathing. Hey, you! Turn to the big guy. You having trouble breathing over there?
No.
He looks up, startled, his forehead shiny with sweat. A few coiled locks are peeking out from under his warm woolen hat.
Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
Rude.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy. All muscle.
keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
What are you using to knock the
My
victim out?
fucking elbow, Copper. Samurai boxing style.
Where'd all this action take
Right
place?
fucking here. Eugene already told you that the fuck had started coming to our bar.
Yeah, man. Weren't you listening?
There's something you're not telling me.
And fuck you too, Copper.
picking on Angus like this. We're done with this schoolyard shit. And just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing.
His all-muscle comment wasn't sarcastic. He's genuinely trying to look out for Angus. This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder. Not yet.
Like what, Copper?
I feel like threatening to arrest him when there's one of you and 7 of them is very dumb. We're going to conclude the questioning.
Your investigation here is done. You should go back to Jamrock, to your station, where you belong.
Yes. Run home, Loneby, rent-a-cop. Real law officials are done with you. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Rent-a-cop. So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equal. Forget about their games. You've mapped out the characters. Reading the footprints in the yard should be easier now.
I told you already. I spoke to Everard and he said you'd cooperate.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, lawman?
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
Very mature, guys. Everard send word, right?
Yeah, I heard him. Now fuck do you think I'm doing here? You'd have your ass handed to you if it wasn't for the boss man's word. Let me state this very clearly, Capo.
Capo.
Hello, officer. I'm Titus Hardy, and these are my boys. Hardy boys. How may we assist you?
Explosive laughter follows. To his men, Titus Hardy is a golden god. They want to laugh at his jokes even before they leave his lips. This guy is a born leader.
I'm gonna take off now. Bye. Photos of men in overalls, toting guns and Union placards. You see hawthorn bushes outside. I have to establish authority over the Titus boys. Visual calculus. Let's go look at those footprints again.
There are several footprints in the mud. Sitting at a desk, Lieutenant Kitsuragi fiddles with a pen, then writes something on the paper in front of him. He shouldn't be doing that. He should be here discussing the footprints. There are several footprints. Sitting at a...
Okay, so I have to do that when Mr. Lieutenant Boy comes back. Can I talk to her from here? No? Okay. I gotta get up there somehow. Okay, okay. Is it time to click on all these things? It might be time to do that.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
I want to sing karaoke. I have to find a tape with a sad song first, and then I can sing karaoke. Main hall, building B, whirling in rags.
Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you.
Main hall, building A.
Off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
I didn't have anything important. I'm just picking random doorbells. This is the police. Please open the door.
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were...
There's a spa stack that overrides her words.
But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead.
Oh my god, it landed on my hand. Ah, fucker. It's okay.